Alright, so this week I built out the second map, which is very different. The first one is very linear. There's one path only. This one is almost like a maze. You wander around and you are to look for things that need to be collected or destroyed, blah blah blah. Move on and find those things and run around. So it's pretty small for these kind of things. It's only it's like 3 rings deep. So like this would be ring 1, and then you move out. Now you're in ring 2, and then you can get all the way to the end of this would be ring 3, or yeah, ring 3. And I'm deciding whether or not I want to make it 4. And I don't think I'll be able to make that decision until I start adding in the gameplay elements to see, if it's, you defeat it too quickly, or such and such, or whatever. But for right now, it really works. It's really easy to make it. It's really easy to expand because the assets I made are very versatile in that regard. But yeah, so the only thing that really needs to be adjusted at this point is the texture on the floor. Yeah, so the texture on the floor is... It's a fine texture. It's one of the default starter content textures, which is fine for me, but it's kind of just blown out. It needs to be shrunk down, and there's a way to do it very easily, which I'm gonna do. What was the material? What is the material I picked? The powdered. I guess I'll do a quick tutorial / demo on how to do this. So you take your material, which the default ones are made a little bit more like this, and trying to see how they have this all labeled out before I start changing things. There's literally a node you hook up to this where you just increase the number of things. I think it's actually, is it this one? Yeah, so it's the text code. So you just increase the tiling to, let's say, for this, let's do 10. So you're gonna have to do it for each one of these. This is also why I like Substance more than making textures in this, because in Substance it kind of does all this shit for you. Okay, so that's just a color that they've added to create the effect. What is this? This is added to that, to the base color. Is this an actual map? Yeah, so we're gonna need to it's so that way everything is scaled properly to it, because things will look off if not everything is scaled the same. Okay, that should... yeah, okay. So now when we hit apply, our UVs should be scaled up. So now when we look at it, it doesn't have that more stretched look, and we could even go a few more up on this, maybe to like 15 or maybe 12. But it gives a more realistic look to it. Or not a more realistic, I mean a more proportional look. And it doesn't look too tiled still. Because if you keep pushing, keep pushing the numbers be higher and higher and higher, eventually you're just going to get a grid look to your UVs, so you don't want that. That's a good number. I might push it up a little bit more, but it's better than the original, which if we look at the original, you see it's almost like it's blurred because it's stretched so far, and it just, I don't know, it just does not look very good. But that's a quick way to to adjust your texture to meet, other things. Another way you could do this is these boxes, or is it this one? Yeah, it's these. So you can edit the geometry in this. Now, don't use the scale tool. Use the actual brush editor. And then it reproportions the UVs for you. So this is another way, because I took a basic plane. I didn't take one of these more editable brushes. And as you can see, it's perfectly scaled to it. But this one's already in place. If I wanted to take one of these boxes and edit it to be the same exact thing, it wouldn't take very long, but it would take a lot longer than just going into the texture material and editing that. So there you go, a little update with a little tutorial on how to just quickly adjust your UV tiling to help increase this. Other than that, I will see you guys later.